and that's us live. Man, I just saw some like big old lightning.
Yeah, me too. But we live close by, so.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, some lightning hit across the street from me just about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and here comes the thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear it.
Lightning and the thunder.
And the thunder.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we're still waiting for Brad to load in, but we are live. And what's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's up? I'm watching a video Brad sent me of him trying to load it.
Happy Tornado Day.
Huh?
Woo! Tornado!
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have a tornado.
No. Apparently they had some in Greenville, though.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but nothing here. Yeah, just a lot of rain. Dude, the flooding here is really bad. When we were going to get Kyrie, like the channels in front of people's houses where they have like the passageways, were all just like jammed up and it was like spilling out into like the road and stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was bad.
What?
So, Brad's dead in the water right now.
Right now, yeah.
That sucks. Cool. Well,
That's a trip.
yeah. What?
Tune in next week when
Fairy dust time.
Well, I can go ahead and recap. The main party, which is where we're starting off, anyways. You guys were inside the main gate in Ugrin, and you were given a proposition by a character named Hagar. Hagar said he wanted you to escort this dwarf named Darren to Macrityr. He would have loved to have sent his men to do it, but he couldn't because they're not in good standing with Macrityr at the moment. You don't know why necessarily Darren is going to Macrityr, just that you're taking him. You're going to be paid handsomely to do so. You guys did some shopping. We spent 2 hours shopping, actually.
Shopping trip.
Yeah. And you guys picked up a number of goodies.
More shopping.
Yeah. I think my favorite of which is the rod of insulting.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then you have the scissors that cut emotion. So there's that. Along with
Those
some
are pretty cool.
swords and daggers and a staff of water and some fun stuff. But your characters retired for the night.
But no one took the chamber pot.
No one took the endless chamber pot. Nope. But it's still there. I mean, it's not like it hasn't.
By
gone
the
anywhere.
way, I see an exclamation mark over Brad now. But at this point, I'm just like I'm afraid to refresh.
Yeah,
I can see him.
Yeah, I see Brad.
It's on my screen.
see, I don't see the exclamation mark.
Yeah. It might be just you. I don't know.
If I'm refreshed, I may never return.
Right? No, you just leave it. It's fine.
It took me like 15 minutes to get back.
Yeah, don't no one touch anything. All right. Roll Trinity's being sketched. It is.
I was about to say I can still see him. The exclamation mark still is there, and that's okay.
Also, Danny, we got 2 hours, right? So you gotta make that bottle last. All right.
Oh, I didn't have that much.
Nah, drink it all right now. Chug it. Chug
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Chug
I had
it.
Russian vodka to Russian soda, so
Yeah. So,
it was the closest green thing I had.
yes. So yeah, make it last. Anyways, of course,
I'll give you 40 tomorrow to buy another bottle.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
He won't be there tomorrow.
It's fine,
No,
I've still got plenty.
There we are. Yep. But at any rate, so yeah, we're gonna open up in the morning. with
We are
you-
not drinking on stream.
Yes, that's
No, it's water.
This game in particular is like that kind of game. I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, okay.
Your other characters would want you to drink, for sure.
I know they would,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I'm not in that today.
Tomorrow's Friday.
We still gotta go to work, Mike.
And
Power don't cut out.
So
I just
I mean,
don't need.
Does nobody like
drunk on
whiskey
spit right
anymore?
I'm.
Ugh,
See,
Yeah,
Danny,
there's
you want a
whiskey in there.
drinking contest? Mine's
Nah.
about half full.
I've never liked whiskey.
Once again, this is like the size of my head.
So is this, Danny. So is this.
perspective.
Well, to be fair, if we were playing our regular characters, it'd be no different than when I played goblins. Just say, "Let it on fire." Just
Ooh, that.
I want to repeat.
Yeah. Maybe eventually.
And now we have to fight them.
Yeah, you do. So I next time y'all get that plastered, I'll make you fight those characters too. Anyways.
No.
so I heard Saturday game gonna be fun.
So mechs. Let's go ahead and just for confirmation, because I'll have to make some character sheets tomorrow night. Everyone's playing except for James, I guess, because he's party pooper. Yeah.
Every party needs a pooper.
All right, and so Danny, you're doing the samurai, right?
Yeah.
And Amanda, you're doing the animal. Sure. And Joel, I think you settled on the exosuit.
I settled on the indestructible suit. I don't know what an exosuit
The
is.
exosuit. Yep. Okay. And then Brad, I think you gunner, right? Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'll get those sheets. I'll put them together tomorrow night and send them to you, probably at like 2 a.m. Saturday morning.
Yeah.
But that's when you'll get them. And then we'll do that game Saturday night, and pace yourselves. That Anyways,
I'm not
Pace
pacing.
myself for the first hour. After that, I can't promise anything.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna drink as much as I can, as fast as I can.
Oh gosh, there's a lot of misfires. It's fine. The kaiju might win. Who knows?
I'm okay with that.
I might sleep with the kaiju. It's fine.
So, anyways, all right, we're gonna jump into it. So your characters wake up the following morning. Let's get a timetable on that real quick. Where's my thing? Timeline. So it'll be the morning of. Did I go ahead and block it out? Is it the morning of Sunday, April the 4th?
You said we'd come back on a Sunday, so
Yeah. So
that's what I thought.
it's Sunday.
Yeah.
It's Sunday morning, April the 4th. So, all right, cool.
Yeah, because the previous night we got bird and stick.
Yeah. All right. That's that. Cool. Yeah, actually. Oh, and some of your actions actually changed my long-term timeline. So kudos to you guys for that.
Awesome. That's terrifying.
I was about to say the same thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. No.
So scared.
Does not feel good.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Feels
great.
bad, man.
Bird's an immortal god that's going to kill us. Fantastic.
So anyways, you guys wake up the next morning and you come back over to the Blue House where you are to meet your contact. So as you arrive at the Blue House, Hawkins, the guard who escorted you into this place in the first place, he's standing out in front of the door, and he greets you and he says, "Hail, adventurers! Welcome back. So glad you decided to stay."
Okay.
You
Hey, man.
offer him words of greeting, or he'll just stare at him like he's an idiot.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
okay,
nod
so
my head.
is this a contact we've met before or a new person?
Yeah, this is the guy that escorted you into the wall.
Like we remember that bitch.
Oh yeah,
He's the
that's
guy that killed. He's the guy that killed the red
he's
shirt.
That guy, yeah, he's that guy that.
To be fair, I did
stabbed
go
that guy in the
look for him
throat.
before.
Yeah, and he
Oh,
told
wait.
us his name, right?
He's
Yeah.
that scary mother effer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah,
remember.
Hawkins.
All the guards are scared of him for some
Yeah.
odd reason.
Okay, Hawkins,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, Hawkins.
Yeah, Hakeem.
Because he's
Um,
damn evil, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the same smug smile he's always got.
I heard
Because I am
James say he
terrified,
attacked.
I thank him for his hospitality.
He says, yeah, no problem. It says, unfortunately, Hagar had some pressing business he had to deal with, and he couldn't meet you here this morning, but I'm here to sort of introduce you to Darren and get you on your way. Would you join me?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
So yeah, he'll lead you in the house, and it's very it's now morning, but still the inside of the house is dark as though it were night. So it's all like very kind of shady, with just sort of like a little bit of illumination in the middle of it. And as you walk in, sort of standing there with a backpack on, is this young-ish looking dwarf. I mean, he's an adult, but young adult. And he's sort of standing there, sort of blank expression on his face. And Hawkins says, "Holy Jesus, it's lightning like a mofo
Yeah,
outside."
it's getting bad.
Anyways, he says, "Darren, my boy, these are the travelers that are going to escort you to Macatir." Here it comes. And so Darren sort of looks at you and sort of just says, "Nice to meet you."
I want to ruffle his hair and call him sport, but I'm not gonna.
Oh gosh, you're always touching things.
So Hawkins just kind of stands for the minute and he says, "Well, that was pleasantly awkward. All right, let's get you guys to the cart and we'll get you off on your way."
Sorry, she's special. Possibly.
Yeah. So he sort of gestures to leave again. Does anyone want to roll discern realities while you're just standing in this room of darkness? I mean, no one
Sure, why
Yeah,
not?
that sounds great.
No one thinks that's weird. I mean, you could. I mean,
I
feel-
specifically want to
windowless.
inspect Darren.
or do you want to try and illuminate the room further?
I know nothing of this.
Yeah,
Oh,
you sure
that's a
don't.
4. Well, that's a 4. That's
That's a
better.
6. I failed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 7 now. That's the roll that. There we go.
I will also try.
13.
Yeah. Cool.
Somebody see some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he could
I got
technically just light
nothing.
fire.
Cool. So let's start with Fiamma. Fiamma, are you going to try and illuminate the room any further to see why it's all
Not
this
even
sort of-
slightly.
Okay. So
Cool.
cool.
Sure, dude.
Yeah.
That's all right. Shouldn't I be able to see
Um.
better in here?
Yeah. Well, that's
You're
weird.
not in your werewolf.
Okay. So yeah. So here's the thing.
I don't need to be
You
in it.
you do
Yeah,
see.
Miss doesn't either, but
Those of you that do see better in the dark, well, Mist, you're still just maybe you're paying attention to other things, but Gray, you do notice that like even though you normally would see better in the dark, this is not like a normal kind of darkness, and
Oh.
whatever it is not natural darkness.
Man, why are we taking this motherfucker? God, this ain't
gave
good.
us
a lot of
gold.
He did give us.
And yeah, so Fiamma, you also you can sense like the presence of like multiple people in this room, even though you can't see them.
Oh,
Okay.
Sounds
That's
like you
not
should
weird.
throw some fire out so they'll come out and play.
No, I mean you are just like you're exiting, right? You're exiting. It's just something you notice that's a
Nope.
little off about the
I'm
room.
not even gonna exit the room anymore.
but
Okay. So do you
I'm
stop?
gonna turn around and be like, Dawkins, what the fuck is up with why do I feel people in here?
Oh, Hawkins says, "Oh, you noticed that? Wow. You looks like you guys are the right choice for this mission." He says, "Yeah, that's just protection in this room. This is where we do all our business, and of course, as any good businessman does, we keep ourselves protected. It's of no danger to you. Obviously, you're not threatening in any way to us at the moment. So it's not as though we're looking to hurt anyone. We're just looking to guard ourselves."
I will say nothing else, but I do mark it as a personal offense that I'm not dangerous to them.
Jesus.
Right now, I mean, he's just saying you're not
All
acting in any way that's dangerous.
All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, if y'all don't have any more questions about that or anything, he escorts you the rest of the way out. So this time, he escorts you to the front gate. You guys sort of make your way here to the front of the castle, and he does like a sort of a motion with his hand, and you hear some rustling at the top of the gate. You don't see anything, but you hear it, and the doors start to open, and it just takes a few seconds, and they sort of creak and moan as they open, and right out front of the gate is a pretty sizable cart drawn by 4 horses, and Hawkins says to you guys, "All right, well, here's the cart. It's got enough provisions for 5 days worth of food. It should only take you 3, but We want to make sure that you're well stocked. And he says, and we've also included some light provisions, of the adult beverage nature, if you will. And he said we've also included some tenting for the night, for the nights you can stay. If you don't want to stay in any towns, you can certainly camp if that's something you wish. He says, do you require a driver, or will you be driving it yourself?
I mean, what's a free driver, guys?
Or a potential enemy, but whatever.
Y'all are just gonna kill him and loot him
cannon
anyway.
fodder.
Yeah, you're just gonna kill him and loot him anyway.
Are you having this discussion in the open?
Sure.
Because they're terrible.
I'm
We're
exclusively
terrible
referring to it as cannon fodder.
Hawkins,
I don't care.
A driver would be nice.
Hawkins just chuckles, and he says, "Yeah, it's fine." And you see him again, sort of look up towards the wall, and he sort of motions. And you hear kind of like the sound of kicking off, and then like a slight fluttering, and then you see two footprints form on the ground in the dust beside you, and then sort of a shimmer occurs, and then you see it's an elven archer.
What in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch is that?
Sort of appear before you.
You mean cinnamon toast shrimp?
And he says,
Yeah.
I saw that post.
he says to the guys, like, hey, do you mind driving the cart for these fine folk? They're going to be escorting the Darren here to Macartier.
The Darren?
Yeah. Wait, he says the, and then he says Darren. It's like a slight pause after he says the. And the guard sort of like nods, and he says, "You'll have to put on a change of clothes and maybe, use a glimmer spell, because obviously we can't have any of our men noticed." And the elf sort of like nods, and he snaps his fingers, and then sort of just like that, he now just sort of looks like a slightly poor human, person wearing rags.
Why is he gotta be poor, man?
It's just what he looks like, because he just looks like none of his clothes are nice. That's why he looks poor.
Because poor is unassuming.
Yeah.
Now, when you said the and then pause Darren, I'm thinking they have filled the Darren with explosives. And it's a Trojan horse.
And Hawkins says, "Don't be rude. Introduce yourself." And the man says, "Oh, my apologies." He says, "Greetings, adventurers. My name's Gundry. I guess I'll be your driver for this adventure."
Nice to meet you, Gunther.
And then Hawkins says, "Don't pay attention to that one. I think she does it on purpose, actually."
Yep.
And
I actively state that I do it on purpose.
I give an authentic greeting.
Yeah, cool. And then Gundry sort of like bows and accepts your greeting. And then he just sort of looks at the other three of you. Do you have any interaction for him?
Nope.
Yo.
Yep. And Hawkins says, and things continue to be sufficiently awkward. It's great. This is the best. Hawkins says, "I haven't had this much fun in ages."
Gray reaches over and he's like, "You don't stink like a poor person, though."
Gundry just looks back at Hawkins, and Hawkins says, "Oh, that one's... he's kind of part animal, but don't worry about it." And he says, "Well, if that's all, I think you guys will be on your way then. Do you have any more questions for me?" Hawkins is asking.
Nope.
No, get out of here.
No.
He says, "Well then, fare thee well. Safe travels, and hopefully we'll see you when you return." And he starts
Later, Hawthorne.
He starts. He says, "Bye, Fifi."
Yeah.
And he just starts walking to the gate, and it starts closing behind him. And then Gundry just sort of hops up on the driver's seat, grabs the reins, and he says, "You all ready?"
Well, let's go.
All right. Do you?
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Listen, if you end up being an issue, I will kill you." All right. Now that introductions are out of the way, I'll be in the cart.
Darren's just sort of standing here this whole time, real quiet, just watching it all play out, and then he sort of just like walks back up onto he gets on the back of the cart and walks to the back of the inside of the cart and just has a seat. Doesn't really say much of anything. Do you guys also
Real conversationalist?
Well, no one's really conversating with him either. So,
I was trying
I would
to be
like
nice.
someone to use a dispel on him.
I'm gonna hop on the cart and throw my arm around his shoulder and just be like, "This is gonna be a long ride."
He sort of like looks at you and he sort of just like shrugs a little bit and kind of leans over, but he doesn't make any motion to like change seats or anything. And he just says, "Yeah, and that's it." So yeah, and then Gundry says, "Hey-ya!" and the cart starts tarrying down the road towards your destination. As it's leaving, do you guys have any questions for Darren in the back while you're riding with him?
Actually, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
I would like to use charming and open.
Okay. Roll for it.
And my question is, okay, there's any question from the list. I'm going to ask what he most desires, because I feel like that might tell us something about like his mission in Macrotier.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you ask the question though? I mean, what is your phrasing? Or do you just come and say, "What do you most desire"?
Just wondering, like basically asking him like if he wanted to tell me like what his business in Macrotier was. Like, was he there for trade? Is he there like for a peace arrangement? Like basically just asking him what's his mission there.
Okay, he says, "Well, if I'm being honest, the heart wants what the heart wants, and my heart is in Macrotier."
Oh.
That's it.
That's very vague, but okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could. I guess you could pry further if you're looking for. I mean, do you ask something? Do you ask specifically about that?
I can do that.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I'm a little afraid of how you're going to ask.
Give me fuel, give me fire. When I gaze intensely into someone's eyes, I may ask their player, in this case Mike, what fuels the flames of your desire, and they'll answer with the truth, even if the character does not know or would otherwise keep this hidden.
Nice.
So I do that.
Okay, is there a rule in that, or is that just
No, it's just a thing.
Okay. He basically...
It's not like he answers, it's just I'm looking deeply into his eyes and finding the answer.
Okay. Yeah, so, you, as you're staring into his eyes, you can see sort of, it's a little blurry, but you can see the visage of, a female. She's, small. It could be a dwarf, could be a gnome, could be a halfling, but definitely there's like a female, and you can see that she's surrounded by a crowded city street. A lot of people around. She looks to be dressed as a noble. She's got nice clothing, and that's what you see.
I'm gonna chuckle and then just lean back.
Okay. All right. Anyone else?
Nope.
All right, cool. So as we sort of see the cart disappear on the road in the distance, we cut over to where the guild hall is. So let's go over there, and we're actually going to be in the inn, in the sort of the part where people are eating and whatever, the tavern part of the inn. And let's switch over to the guild's music. So in the bar, sitting at a table, jovially laughing and whatnot, you see Ted the Orc, and there's Kyle, there's Belladonna, you got Big D, we got Magus, and Wisp. They're all just sitting on the table laughing and drinking.
I gotta clean up some dog poop. Just, yeah.
Wow, Magus, that's weird. So,
Why don't you get a small dog, man?
small dogs can still take big poops. All right, I've seen it. What it's probably been, you know, I don't know, a month's time or more since we've caught up with these characters. So I'm just gonna ask like what they've been up to in this area real quick. What has Kyle been doing in this area?
Yeah, alright. So, Kyle's been helping at the weed farm. Yeah, I gotta get that herbal growing right.
Is that just like in the forest somewhere?
Nah, it's like up here. I'm teaching these guys to grow weed.
No, so definitely not. I can tell you just because I have agency over those characters. Anytime you go to approach that, you're definitely like shooed away by a mysterious man in a trench coat.
It's my kind of person. I'm definitely going up to him every day to get shooed away.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
then I'm growing my weed in the woods right by his place.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, Cooksey is.
If they find it, he gets busted.
Cooksey is now 400% moist right now. So
of course.
So. Also, apparently he used your butt plug for a training kit. So.
Man, told you to leave that alone. For later.
I hope it was at least sanitized, you know.
What's sanitized?
Yeah. It's this guy that comes and brings gifts to children once a year. Yeah. Sanitized. Anyways. They're not the best gifts. And I think it's usually around April 20th. So whatever that means. Anyways, so mostly Kyle's just sort of like growing weed out in the forest, and you know, that's
approaching strange men to send him away.
Harassing strangers, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And what is Belladonna been up to?
I started an OnlyFans. Because she's half deer.
So do you have a message board that you post on somewhere? And there's like a magical enchant to access it? How does this work?
Yeah, totally. It's a magic portal. It's fine.
Yeah. So somewhere there's a giant board, you know, and you have to have the right magical password that you pay a monthly fee to access.
Yeah.
And then it shows pictures on it when you chant the right words.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. OnlyFans it is.
She's an accountant.
That's great. So what has Big D been up to?
He started a new profession.
Gigolo?
No, plumber, because he's laying pipe all day.
He's just sleeping with all those people passing through. Yeah.
Yep. Anyone that'll listen to him.
Or a tree, or a rock.
Does he have
anything?
Does he have any children?
No. If he has children, then he can't go to the OnlyFans and you know, subscribe.
Yeah. Click to subscribe. Cool. What has Wisp been up to?
Just chopping lumber.
Chopping lumber. with your small frail body.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it these days?
Does it take a while?
Ugh. I have no idea what happened.
Not much. So Kyle's growing weed.
Awesome.
Belladonna started an OnlyFans.
Oh, awesome.
Yep. And Big D has been laying pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm a plumber.
Wild Heart's chopping wood. I don't know if that's a euphemism or not.
Whatever that means.
I'm in the woods chopping wood.
Yep. Yeah. And then what's Mega's been up to? last month or so here in this little area?
I've been fishing.
Okay, all right.
So all I do is fish.
Yeah, typical wizard stuff for sure. And so
I mean, I could have went out and fought bears. I can't cast spells really well, but
so yeah, and Ted's just been like out and about, bebopping around, just sort of like talking to everyone he can, trying to like, you know, hustle deals and gamble and, you know, whatever it is that Ted does. And so yeah, you guys are all in there in the end. You're all drinking. And Fluffy walks in, and walks by the table, and she says, "Hey, Ted, like, your tab's getting kind of high. You gonna pay?" And Ted's like, "Hey, pretty mama, like, you know I'm good for it. Like, I'll pay you. Don't worry. I got a big payday coming up soon. All right. I got stuff in the works." And she's like, "All right. Well, this is the last day. Like, you drinking for free. All right. If you don't pay that tab by tomorrow, I'm cutting you off." And he's like, "Don't worry. I got you." And she says, "Oh, by the way, this came for you." And she throws a scroll at him. She says, "It's delivered by Owl a few hours ago." So Ted pulls out the scroll, and he like opens up, and he's like reading it. And Ted looks a little like serious for a minute, you know, and he's like, "All right, straight," and he rolls it up. And he says, "Hey guys, so you guys want an adventure? You want to go make some money?"
Ah, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, you know me, man. I'm in it.
Yep.
They
Always
got
in
nine
it.
babes. Where we going?
Yeah, Belladonna's just like anything, Ted, because she's sent for Ted.
Yeah,
so.
sure. She like, I mean, Melody, I know you making money, you know, with your accountant job, but like, you know, this could be a good.
Not Melody anymore.
I mean, Melody, sorry, yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
Your name down there, it's throwing me off.
I know. Actually,
Sure.
I can change that for now.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So yeah, he's like, Bella, yeah, all right, cool, all right. He says, so, like, there's this little town just out to the west, a little seaside town, and like, I got some contacts there. They can hook us up, all right?
Cool.
Yeah, all right. Says, all right, so I guess the first thing we need is some transportation, because I ain't about that walking life. And he says, "Hey, Wisp, what'd you do with all that wood you've been chopping?"
I just been stacking it.
He says, "Dope." He says, "Any of y'all good at building stuff?"
Man, I don't do manual labor. Shoot.
I know how to build a hydroponics farm. But that's about it.
He says, "Is that like a cart?"
Nah.
No.
He says, "All right, well, we'll figure something out. We'll do it." He says, "So where's this wood at?"
I guess it's where I left it.
And he says, dope man, I'll follow you."
Alright. Yes, I guess about a quarter mile into the woods.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So yeah. I mean, y'all walk for a little. Quarter mile's not like. I mean, it's not far, but it's not close either, right?
It's not close either, yeah.
Yeah. So Ted's like, he's like, it's. I mean, why'd you cut wood so far away?
I didn't want to disturb anybody with my chopping.
Yes, I mean we're probably like out here somewhere. Yeah.
Jeez.
I would say easily yes.
Yeah. So yeah, they get out there, and
No wonder it's so thin out there. He's been chopping it all out.
See, Melody would say we're about to build a janky ass cart, but
Yeah.
Belladonna's like, "Oh my God, Ted, you're so smart."
Yeah. So yeah, you get out there, and Ted's all right. So I guess I guess we'll start like we're building like a raft, right? We'll just start putting the planks together and start tying them. Yeah, this will work. Let me get
Land raft, so smart.
yeah. Let me get everyone to roll on intelligence.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
Big oof.
9.
Hey,
That's not
Horny
right.
D's busy checking himself out.
That's not right at all.
Horny D must be backed up and it's infecting his brain.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, but the group
He's thinking with the wrong head.
the group.
I'm smart for Ted.
Yeah, the group didn't roll too bad altogether. So I think most people are like actually doing an okay job, except for Horny D, who's actually like literally banging wood.
I'm just rubbing my crotch on the
Yeah,
log.
you're a dendrophiliac. It's fine.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean you're basically pole dancing on one of the
My
logs.
dick is not
Yeah,
a
baby.
hammer.
Yeah.
I'm slapping it behind me. Yeah, baby.
So yeah, but yeah, y'all sort of build this plank, right? You take some of the larger logs and you create sort of like wheels and put them on it. And it's all like twine and sap holding it all together. It's nothing terribly great, but it'll work, right?
When we get done, I'm like, ha, yeah, next I'll show you how to make a bong. Let's go.
Player level, we're gonna die. Here,
I hope so.
Oh my god, look, we built a car thing.
So he's like,
This is sick, man. We gotta put some flames on this shit. It's gonna be so fast.
he's
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. We gotta get some flames on it.
so he's like, oh man, like I
We
mean,
need bigger logs to
Like-
lift it up.
I ain't got no paint though, and like, I got my cash flow's a little low right now. So like, y'all got paint? Anyone got paint?
I'm just gonna scratch it in.
I've got
man.
adventuring gear. Can I pull out a can of aerosol spray paint?
Yes,
Yes.
You're gonna
Cool, that's
huff it
one
on
you
but
Kyle.
but only Kyle can do that.
This is my huffing paint, but
What
for
color
some
is
sick
it?
ass flames. Oh, it's definitely like orange.
Okay.
Just some sick ass flames, and they're horribly drawn flames.
Yeah, well, just roll on decks.
Rolling decks. Okay.
Yeah. They're
Okay, they're not bad flames.
They're okay flames, right? I mean, like from a distance you may not know, but like up close you'd be like, oh yeah, those are flames, sure.
Yeah.
But literally, it's like a platform, so like they're just
And
like
I just exclaimed, that looks fast as I'm putting on lipstick.
yeah.
Science in my world has proven that if you paint flames on something, you get 10% faster.
Yeah. Ted remarks, dang, that's sick. He's like, if I had some paint, Bella, we'd do a portrait with this hot rod right now. But like, I ain't got no paints on me right now. So later, all right? You put them on your OnlyFans. But
Guys, is this gonna be like the fastest thing out there right now? We're gonna have like 1, maybe 2 horsepower.
Well, so Ted's like, he's like, nah, man, like a little while back, like the donkey and the raptor came back. So like, I'm thinking I can at least get one of them to like pull it.
Oh man, raptor power, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, so
They were cool to party with.
Yeah, so he's like, well, the raptor, he's friendly, but like, I don't know, man. I think he might be too dumb. And like in reality, he's smart. So, but like, Ted doesn't speak animals. So he's like, I think he's kind of dumb. So he's like, but like, I'm pretty sure I can get the donkey. All right. And so he sort of like he says, hold on, I'll be right back. And so he's gone for like a solid 40 minutes. And then he comes back and he's sort of like,
I'm just doing whippets with the last of the paint.
he's like half dragging the donkey, and he gets there, and he's like, "Hey, Kyle, you got any more of those Xannies?"
Do I?
Sure.
Then yes. Ah, hell yeah, bro.
He's like, "Cool." And he says, "Can I get like 2 of those?"
Shoot, here's 4.
Yeah.
He's like, sweet. So he takes 2 of them and he just like sort of like throws them in the donkey's mouth and holds his mouth closed, and the donkey like swallows them. And then you can see the donkey's eye pupils sort of just like dilate. And then he takes the other 2.
If we have a funnel, can I give it a Bud Rita chaser?
Only if Kyle has it. You would not have that. So and then,
Okay, never
then
mind.
he takes the 2 other Xannies and he sort of just like crushes them in his hand and holds them to his face, and then he goes,
Oh my gosh.
and he goes, woo. He says, all right, and he starts like sort of like tying the donkey with like some rope to the weird platform cart, and he says, all right, everybody, get on, we're gonna go.
Yeah, up upon that thing like, onward and forward, motherfuckers!
Yeah,
I'm laying down with my legs hanging off the end.
yeah, all right. And everybody else is on. Gray, Wisp.
Yeah.
I'm not Gray, but
Yeah.
And I'm like seductively touching the logs.
and then Ted slaps the donkey's ass like really hard.
Yeah, slap that ass, Ted.
Yeah, and then the donkey just like starts taking off, and like the cart's sort of just like going, and it's like it's real bumpy, because it's got no suspension whatsoever on it, and it feels like it's gonna fall apart at any moment, but it's holding
I'm like,
together.
it feels so good.
Oh, you beat me to that joke, but yeah.
Ted's just kind of holding on to the reins, and he like puts a fist in the air, and he's like, "Rough Riders for life."
We created the worst character.
I pull out a monster. I'm still standing on the cart. I'm not even sitting. I pull out another monster and just shotgun it back.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Sorry, I don't have time for this, but so yeah. So you guys start heading sort of like this way. You can kind of up around the coast, and you're riding for like a couple of hours, and you sort of get like to about right here, just sort of like the crook here, and you start coming up on this like. It's a pretty small town. I mean, there's like, 8 or 9 buildings, and then a few like grass huts, and like that's it. I don't really have a picture for this, but so yeah, you come up to town, and it's definitely like a poor place. It's really poor, and so you sort of pull into town, and some people are just sort of like staring at you, like who are these jokers? But from one of the larger buildings, but it looks like really run down, but it is larger. You see sort of this guy in a monk's robe come out, and he sees Ted, and he's like, "Oh, Master Ted, so lovely to see you." And Ted like hops off the cart, and he's like, "Hey, Friar Gary, yeah, man, it's good to see you too." He says, "How are they?" And Friar Gary's like, "Oh, they're doing real good. And he says, we couldn't be more appreciative, Ted. We couldn't." And he's like, "Oh, sweet dog." He's like, "Look, I got your message, and I came to help, and I brought some friends." And Friar Gary's like, "Oh, excellent. Well, as you well know, the town of Ugrin, they've expanded their tax collection, and it's hard to believe they're collecting even out this far, but I mean, technically the land is still owned by them, so but of course we can't pay, and we could certainly use your help in these times, and Ted's like, "I got you, bro, I got you." He says, "What do you need me to do?" And he's like, "All right, well, they're coming to collect like tomorrow, do you think you could, like, I don't know, just delay them for a little bit, tell them to come back another time? They've been kind of rough." And Ted's like, "Yeah, man, yeah." He says, "Also, like, they're," and you kind of hear him like whisper, but you can still kind of hear, and he's like, "Hey, man, you got any like odd jobs around town? Like me and my crew, like, we're a little tight on cash. You know, we should need some eating money or something. You know, and he's like, well, you know, I don't have anything, but you know, up at the end there's a guy, and he's always got like these odd jobs that he's done. So maybe you can talk to him. And he's like, cool dude. So like he says, all right, I'll catch up with you later. So Friar Gary walks back into the building, and so Ted's like, hey guys, yeah. So we got a job from Friar Gary over here, and so we're gonna deal with some people that have been hassling him, you know. But in the meantime, you know, while we're waiting, like I think we got some more work we could probably do. I want to talk to this guy up here at the inn. You guys want to come with?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. So yeah. You walk into the inn, and it's all sort of like run down. It's not like the best looking place. And there's a guy behind the bar, and he's just like a human, you know, regular looking dude. And there's a couple of barmaids. The barmaids, you know, there's a few elves. There's a human. There's one halfling, and they're not serving anyone. There's like people like in the tavern, and they're all just like standing around talking. And you see one guy like raise his hand. And he's like, "Hey, can I get some service?" And one of the barmaids just like looks at him and says, "Just a minute." You know, he just kind of yells back at him, like they're obviously not doing their job. So as you walk in, do you do anything before like Ted's doing anything? What are you guys doing?
I fall over while trying to reposition my axe.
Anyone else? Nothing? No?
No,
Nah, man.
All right.
I exclaim loudly that I'm famous.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. Yeah, so the barmaids that see you, they just sort of like look at you, and they like, it's like dagger eyes, right? Because like, how dare another female like, you know, enter their territory?
Are we in a brothel? What's happening right now?
It's I mean, it's an inn, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what is Horny D? There's like all these chicks like.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's still about to get
Horny
this whole
D's
tab paid
like
off.
his antenna's going up. He's looking around. He's starting to drool a little bit.
Yeah, does he approach the ladies?
Let's just say he fades away, and you guys just don't see him for a while.
Huh?
Yeah, but if he's trying to fade away from the ladies, he's gonna have to interact with that. There's some rules.
Oh, he ain't interacting right now.
Okay.
Well, you know,
He's
when
just
they give
being
when they
creepy.
give me when they give me dagger eyes, I'm gonna look back at them and say, "That's okay. I like I'm angry."
Kyle's consistently interacting with every single one that he passes by.
Okay, yeah. What do you like? So yeah, you. Well, they're all in like a huddle. They're all like just like they're gossiping and whatever. It's like
Just walk up, hey ladies, I used to have a Jeep.
They
So good.
are you still wearing like your like your shirt with English lettering that no one can understand on it?
Yes, and the hat that says "suck me."
The suck
Yeah,
me beanie.
yeah. But also, no one else can read, right? 'Cause it's
Of
in
course.
English. So yeah, you're wearing some weird clothes. So one of the elven ladies sort of looks you up and down. She says, "That's some weird clothing you got there. Where are you from?"
Shoot, your dreams, girl.
She says, "Oh, you gonna try better than that, honey? I heard so many pickup lines, and I don't sell this cheap."
Whoa,
Just
hold on, I can buy. I ain't gotta do this.
She like, I mean,
I'm like,
like, what you got?
I mean, I got some White Claw.
She says, you got Timberwolf paws?"
No, I'm talking about drink, girl.
She says, "I ain't heard no White Claw."
Oh, I'm gonna pull one out, crack one open, and hand it to her.
All right.
About to change your life.
Let's put a limit here. Let's say you've got 10 White Claws to your name left.
Sounds good.
All right, so mark that down. You got 10 White Claws to your name left.
I
Put
hear
that
the
white
call of
claw
my
every time
people.
sometimes.
I hear the call of my people, and I yell, "Dear girl, wasted."
So she sips it and she says, "What magic wine is this? Why is it bubble like that in my mouth?"
It's the magic of love, baby.
She says, "You give me 2 more of those, and we got a deal."
All right, I'll see you guys later.
So she takes you by the hand, and leads you upstairs.
I'll be back down in about 3 minutes.
Cool. So yeah, she leads you upstairs.
Kyle comes back 30 seconds later.
Yeah. So and the
Suck me hat stays on.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're not even rolled to see how good it was because she's a prostitute, so you know.
It also was woefully insignificant, anyways.
It'll be what it'll be. All right. So yeah. While you guys are doing whatever you're doing, what is Magus and Wisp doing? They've walked into this place. These women are standing around like those cashiers at the grocery store that like refuse to help anyone. Y'all know what I'm talking about, all right? Y'all seen it. You got the bartender back there, like he's just like wiping down the bar, and you have like a lot of customers who are like kind of upset they're not getting service, but it's also sort of like they've just come to like understand that that's how this place works.
Why is nobody getting served in here? What is going on?
Do you say that to anyone in particular, or are you saying it out loud?
Just say it out loud.
So one of the ladies that's in the circle just sort of she hears you say it, and she says, "You want to get served? You flash that gold." Yep.
Well, I'm poor, so.
What about Wisp? What are you doing?
Guess I'm just trying to get the bartender's attention. Trying to get a drink.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the bartender is like,
Do
"Well,
it.
what do you have?"
Something to make me forget I'm in a dump.
He says, "Yeah, man, if that existed, I wouldn't be here right now." He says, "But I give you something to take the edge off." He says, I got some of your PBR. That's peasant brewed
Rat piss.
rat piss, yeah.
That's the truth.
peasant brewed rations. I got some PBR peasant brewed rations, or if you fancy something a little more upscale, something a little more high class, then I got this stuff. It's called Harbor Mist. It's one of them fancy wines. It's made right here in the harbor. And you like look out, and you can kind of see the water.
A very polluted harbor.
Yeah, it looks like a cesspool. He says,
it's essentially prison wine. It's fine.
Yeah, basically. He says, "What it'll be?"
I slap down a gold piece and say,
You got a gold piece?
"Do I?"
Nah. Ain't no way.
Nah, we are poor.
Oh yeah. Apparently I don't have any money.
We should have just took money from the guild hall while we were there.
I've got money.
I'll just have a water.
I got 50
Really, I'm
cents.
broke.
Yeah. He's like, oh. He says, well, water's not free here though. I mean, this is not America. All right. I don't know where you think you are.
Can I borrow a cup?
He says, you want the ocean water, or do you want something filtered?
Give it to me dirty.
Cool. He's like, I got you. And he like literally there's like a bucket in the corner, and he walks over there with a cup and just like scoops out of it. Sets it down. It's definitely like it's not clear. It's like foggy and a little
I hope
green.
that's free.
On that
It's
note,
finding
I'm going to log
umbrella
out.
in the
I'll see you guys
nasty
tomorrow.
He
Yeah, I hope that's free.
says
Oh, you pay for it just later.
He says first one's free. You want any more? That'll be 2 copper a piece.
I feel like there's some dysentery gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you drink it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oof.
roll Defy Danger with your Constitution.
Oregon Trail. Ooh.
And
And you're dead.
Hey, hey, you know you've eaten and drank a lot of terrible things in your life, so apparently your stomach's like, it can handle it. So yeah,
Yeah, I was roommates with Kyle.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you drink it and it tastes like a combination of like mildew and it's kind of a coppery taste to it. Yeah. But mostly mildew.
Yeah, maybe blood.
A hint of blood.
He says, I don't know, man. The fishermen like bring back barrels of the stuff.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
So, yeah. But so Ted sort of walks up after you have your interaction, and he's like, hey, are you the man to talk to about the job? And the bartender's like, no. But see that man in the corner over there? If you need some work, I think he's the man you need to talk to. So yeah, in the quarter is very sort of like a small character, and so yeah, Ted wanders over there to him, and the guy's just sitting like in a chair. Let's rock back with his feet up on the table, and he's drinking some of that Harbor Mist.
I'm coming back down at this point.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Ted walks over to him and he starts a conversation with him. And the guy's like, you can kind of hear them talking back and forth, but it's sort of indiscriminate. And then you hear him say, he's like, well, you got a crew? And Ted's like, yeah. And he's like, hey guys, come over here.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Before this
Walking
happens,
over, I'm just like, just got laid.
Before
Going
this
to high five
happens,
Ted.
just to make it interesting, I'm going to very quickly go over and try to, even though I have my OnlyFans money, try to flirt with the bartender for a free drink.
All right, yeah.
And that does not happen.
Yeah. He looks at you and he says, animals belong in the stable.
damn.
Damn, that's cold.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently he's racist against quadrupeds.
I kick over his gross water bucket and walk away.
It's behind the counter. You'd have to like jump over there to do so. So you'd have to roll some Defy Danger.
Okay, I kick
dexterity.
over something close by.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to,
I
if
kick
you
over
want to kick
something
a
close by.
if you want to punch a hole in like the bar with your foot, you can roll on strength to do that.
You know what? Yes. And I don't succeed.
Yeah, you kind of injure your ankle a little bit. Because
dear.
and he just
Okay,
and then he just
alright.
like laughs at you. And you limp away. Yeah, you guys all come over to Ted and sort of the dude there, and he says, "All right, here's the deal. All right. So just outside of town, we got this infestation of sorts." He says, "Well, the dire rats, and they keep getting into the feed stables." And I got some farmers be mighty appreciative you take care of that for them. But here's the thing. I don't care about those farmers. What I care about is the anal glands. See, the anal glands, dire rats, produce powerful aphrodisiac. So, you bring me back 5 anal glands, and I can give you 500 silver.
You mean to tell me sucking rat ass gets you going longer?
He says
Shit, I wish I would have known that like 5 minutes ago.
He says you gotta. He says you gotta refine it. Only I know how.
I'm about to get myself a dire rat coat.
So Ted says, "Hey guys, that sounds like pretty good money. You guys want to do that?"
Sure.
Hell yeah.
So all right,
Let's go get some rat ass, bro.
He said, "Yeah, man, to the rat ass."
Don't say
Get
it
some
like
glands.
that. Don't say it like that. Just, yeah.
He said, "We about to be some ratty ass mofo's." All right. So yeah, Ted
It's for a good cause.
Ted,
It's for boners.
yeah.
I can't wait to spray pheromones on everything.
So yeah, Ted leads you guys outside of town, and he's like, just on the outskirts. He's like, "Hey, any of you guys got tracking abilities?"
I don't think so.
Not me.
I don't think so, man.
Is nobody's a ranger?
No, I'm a thief.
So I'm gonna dedicate
I'm a bard.
myself to a mission.
Okay,
I'm gonna use my quest.
all right.
My quest is gonna be to collect as much rat ass as I can.
All right, cool. Yeah.
For my 2 boons, one will be an unwavering sense of direction to rat ass,
Yeah, okay.
and invulnerability to rat teeth.
All right.
Oh my
All right, and but I get to choose something, don't I?
Yeah, honor, temperance, piety, valor, truth, or hospitality. Honor forbids cowardly tactics and tricks. Temperance forbids gluttony and food, drink, and pleasure of the flesh. Piety
That
is
one.
required.
Nope.
Cool.
he
Temperance,
doesn't
gotcha.
even need it.
That one. So yeah.
All right.
You as you walk out, like you can just sense the rats. Like I mean, when you were living in Florida, you were probably living in some like government funded housing that was just like chock full of rats, and so
Musky.
yeah, you just know like the signs of rats. You know what to look for.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you're not searching long, maybe 30 minutes, and you come upon like there's like a rat nest, and you haven't disturbed the rat nest yet. But you can sort of see in the distance there's a large sort. It's made of like twine and like grass and stuff, and it's a sort of like dome, and it's like nestled in between like 4 or 5 trees, and so you see it, and you're like you know that's it.
I'm gonna point it out. Be like, yo, rat ass, this direction.
Ted's like, "Oh, dude, whoa, like, choice skills." He's like, "We getting paid?"
I'm gonna rub this stuff all over my pipe.
Oh my god.
Just get it.
Yeah.
Well,
He's like, "Hey,"
I wonder if it works more effectively if you fuck the rat first.
he's like, "All right, so
I want to seduce that rat.
how are we doing this? Are we just gonna pounce on the nest?" He's like, "Kyle, you got experience with rats, man. What do you think?"
Well, usually it's good to trap them first, but usually I just send in some punk to go do it for me.
He's like, cool. I mean, I'm some punk. Punk's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
He's like, cool. Yeah, I'm a punk. And he's like, all right. So do I run in screaming and wave my arms, or I just like dive in or tackle it? What do I do?
Yeah, you do that, and then you run back out.
He's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. He's
Yeah,
like,
get him to follow you.
He's like, all right. And he's like,
You sure you don't
What?
just have some like Rohypnol?
so I mean, like the rest of you, do you guys did anyone bring a net? Do we have a net?
no. No, we don't.
He's like, gosh,
We have
man, I
no
should
way to
have made a list.
Would I have a net in my adventuring gear?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm a thief, so
Yeah.
I would have some sort of a trap, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, I'll say I have a net and I'll
Yeah.
cross one off.
All right. So you pull it out and you're like, oh man, it's a hairnet for your body,
This is great.
but you're like, we can use this.
And then because it's one of my moves, I'm like, don't call me the trap expert for nothing. Throw in the net.
So Ted looks back and he's like, I always thought you were a different kind of trap. and then he's like, double entendre.
Oh my.
Oh no, actually, he says
Go for the high five.
He says double entouranda because he doesn't quite understand words.
Okay, good enough. That tracks.
Yeah, and he like goes for a high five. Yeah, for sure.
I definitely high five.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. He's like, hey, Wisp.
Yeah.
Come here a second.
All right.
Yeah. Can you roll Defy Danger with your strength?
Sure.
Yeah, no. So he literally grabs you and tucks you up under his arm, and he just starts running towards the nest. And as you're running, he's like, you look light and easy to carry. So like, we're going in, and like, if things get bad, like, you know, I'm just gonna let you like take care of stuff because you're a barbarian. And so he's just like running in, like holding you, and he starts yelling. He goes, ah, ah, and he just like plows right into the nest, like obliterating it, and literally like 20 like dire rats. I mean, these things are basically the size of like golden retrievers, you know, just spill out everywhere. And you hear a lot of like high pitched screes and growls, and then as soon as that happens, Ted's like, oh shit, and he puts you down, Wisp. And he's like, all right, like you watch the rear, man. I'll watch the front as we run back. And he starts running. So Wisp, roll Defy Danger with your dexterity on this one. And then Ted's gonna roll. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah. So. Yeah, so Ted starts running. He starts bolting, and as he's running, he's like sort of kicking up dirt and rocks behind him. And one of those like smacks you in the face and knocks you over, and the rats like immediately pounce on you.
Shit.
And they start gnawing on you for some amount of damage. 3 damage you take as they all jump on you. What do the rest of you do seeing this go down?
Jesus, we gotta go help him.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Did you
Get this
see
bread,
that,
and
Brad?
I'm gonna run in and start attacking.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, so there's like 20 of them, and probably a good 5 or 6 of them are on Wisp, and the others are sort of scurrying just around the area.
What's the biggest group?
Probably the ones that are on Wisp is the largest, like collective together in a tight knit area.
All right, I'm gonna say, Wisp, watch your head, and then I'm gonna swing my halberd sideways, try and catch as many as possible.
All right. Yeah. Roll on strength.
Hey, 8.
All right. Yeah. And roll for damage.
Six.
All right. Yeah. You take all 5 of them out.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. So tell me how you do it.
I go to sweep it sideways, but because I don't want to damage their assholes, I'm using like the side of the halberd. And I just like slam them all into each other and fucking toss them.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely you kill all 5 of those. 3 of them start gnawing at your legs as you're doing that, though. So you get 3 of them biting you on the legs, and you take 4 damage.
No damage because I'm invulnerable to rat teeth.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
They're just biting on you, no damage. So they would have done 4 damage. Cool. What's Belladonna doing?
Backstab on the one closest to me.
By the way, my
That is not
invulnerability
happening.
to rat damage is just like soccer pads.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you go to backstab one Belladonna, and it like wriggles around, and grabs your dagger in its mouth, and then like pulls the dagger from your hand, and then tail whips you, and catches you across the forearm with his tail, dealing just 2 damage. Yep, and you are disarmed. So, what is Horny D doing?
He's seducing a rat.
All right.
He's gonna make it his bitch. Yeah, he is.
Cool. How are you seducing it?
I'm looking at it and rubbing my nipples and pointing at it and doing the come here.
All right. Yeah. So, you try and seduce one rat, but you end up seducing 4 of them, and they all at once are like humping you. Just
awesome.
They immediately attack you and start humping you, and that will delay you by a turn to have to deal with that.
Sweet.
I thought there was gonna be humping damage.
Yeah. Not yet.
Man.
Maybe later.
We're not into it that hard yet.
Yet.
Breaking the bed comes later.
Yeah. What is Magus doing?
Definitely casting magic missile on one of them.
All right.
Let's do that. That hits.
All right. Roll some damage.
All right. What is it?
Oh, you rolled 2d4s.
Jesus,
Yeah.
no, that's wrong. But we'll re-roll that for 2d6
All right.
to see if it actually hits.
Still hits.
Okay, well, now I have to re-roll the 2d4 because that's the actual damage of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You'll get like 3 of them with your magic missile.
Sweet.
So how do you do it?
You see me spin the staff up and slam it down and go, "This one's for you."
Who's you? Who's it for?
It's Wisp helping.
Okay. Yeah. Wisp has been freed by Kyle's actions.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
But you're gonna blast 3 of them and kill them. So the magic missile is gonna basically just like careen through 3 of them, ripping them apart. And there's still 12 of them left. Wisp, you're getting to your feet. What are you doing?
Just looking for the closest one.
Yeah, I mean, there's still, they're all around. I mean, there's plenty of them.
Well, I'm going to swing my axe.
All right, yeah, and then roll for some damage. Well, no, you wouldn't have a -1 on your damage though. I don't think. So it should be 2. So you'll kill 1, right? So tell me how you kill it.
Chop its head off.
All right, cool.
Careful to avoid the anal gland.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. So you just bring your axe down. You pop the head right off of it. When you do it, the weight of the swing throws you off balance, and you stumble forward a little bit, and you'll take a -1 on your next round as you're sort of trying to readjust for the fact of having stumbled. And then Kyle, seeing you all attack, is sort of like, starting to join the fray, and so he's gonna try and like punch some rats. So let's see how that goes. 2d6. Second one. There we go. So that's that's 9. So yeah, and then we'll roll damage. So yeah, Ted manages to like punch 1, and sort of like splatter it all over the place. He's just like punching the ground. And he misses a lot of times, but he does manage to like get 1. But as he's doing it, he's like punching a bunch of rocks and stuff too. He's like bloodying up his knuckles, and so Ted definitely also takes some damage just from his own stupidity. 5 damage for Ted, What is Kyle up to?
Kyle's getting hyped that he's seeing Ted start punching things, so he starts punching things too. Rats and rocks alike.
Yeah. Okay.
With a 10.
Dang. Okay. All right. Yeah. Roll for damage.
2.
Yeah. You're gonna whack just one of the rat moles.
Yeah, but how many of the rocks did I get though?
Oh. Well. You rolled a 10, so if you punched any rocks, you just broke them. You didn't hurt yourself. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I would like to punch a rock before I punch this rat.
No,
just
you know what?
Pah! This is gonna be you.
You punch a rock through a rat. So you punch the rat and a rock at the same time.
Vindicated. I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely like destroy one of the rats. Belladonna, what are you up to?
Took my dagger, and I just want to be in on the excitement. So the one that took my dagger, I'm gonna punch it.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You definitely punch it. Yeah. Roll for damage.
All right. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically gonna get. We'll say you're gonna get 3 rats. And so you're gonna punch that rat so hard, and you're gonna like knock the dagger out of its mouth, and it's gonna like go through 2 other rats. And so you've got like.
I mean, I pick it up.
Yeah. So yeah, you just pull out of those 2 rats off the ground, there are only 6 rats left, and 4 of which are trying to hump Horny D. Horny D. First of all, you should roll a Defy Danger on your Constitution.
On Constitution.
Unless you just want to let it happen and take the damage.
Hornady don't take damage, he gives it. Yeah, he don't take damage.
Yeah, so that's trying very hard to like penetrate you, but you're definitely like mostly unscathed.
He's trained every muscle for maximum insertion.
Yeah.
Maximum penetration.
Yeah. So by next turn, you'll basically shaking them off. And you won't take any damage. What is Magus doing?
So there's only one that's not on him, right?
No, there's 4 on him and 2 others like scurrying around.
Then I run over to one of those that is scurrying around, pick it up, and try to throw it against a tree.
All right.
That would be strength,
Yep.
though, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Roll on damage. Yeah, I mean, you can throw it at another one and kill it. You can kill 2 at once if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
So I grab it by the back of his neck and go, "Get on!" I just sling it.
You should do, like a bowling ball. You like bowling one on the other. You throw one rat into the other, and like the force of it breaks the one's neck and crushes the other's like rib cage as you throw them on top of each other, and they definitely die. And then Wisp, what are you doing?
So there's only the 4 left that's on Horny D?
Yeah. I mean, you can try to help him out if you wanted.
I don't know, my rolls are bad.
Yeah, help me.
I'll help. So.
Yeah, and you're gonna take a -1 because, like I said, you're still recovering from your awkward axe using.
So I take a -1 on the Defy Danger.
Oh no, whatever you're gonna roll.
Could I roll to? Could I try to grab 1 or 2 off of him instead?
Yeah. So you can roll on, I guess, strength or dex depending how you're doing it. Whether you're trying to like punch them off or just like quickly grab them off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to quickly grab her.
Okay, yes, roll on Dex. And then, yeah, so no. Yeah, you definitely go to like grab one of them off, and when you do, it sprays you with like a musk, kind of like a skunk, and so you won't take any damage, but for like a good several hours, you're gonna smell just terrible, like just god awful. So
Like a rat's ass.
yeah. So then Kyle, seeing Horny D in the predicament, says, D, I got you, man. I got you.
You want my D?
Yeah. So he just starts running towards you.
Great.
And he's like, I got a plan, man. I got a plan. And he grabs you and like he wants to throw you. Do you resist or do you let it happen? Or let him try and do it?
Oh, fuck it. Let him throw me.
All right. So he's going to roll on strength, which he actually has like 1 in. So I need 2 of those. Why didn't I roll 2? Oh, there it is. No, it is 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he grabs you and he goes to like throw you, but he grabs you by like the waistband of your trousers. And he literally just like rips the trousers off of you and tosses them in the air.
Sweet. I'd like to state that I start helicopter dicking.
And yeah, your helicopter dick definitely hits him in the face. If you could roll a D8 of damage with your helicopter dick.
Yeah, sure. That would be great.
Yeah, so I mean it doesn't really hurt.
That tracks.
Yeah. So you slap him in the face, but it doesn't really hurt. And maybe it's not the first time Ted's been slapped in the face by a penis. I don't know.
Stuck a dick to the face.
Yeah. So
Kyle.
Kyle had to teach him the legendary art of sword fighting.
yeah, so Kyle,
Sword fight.
like Horny D's just been depantsed, and Ted's just been slapped in the face with a penis. What are you doing?
First I'm gonna shout, "Woo! Party!" And is there any rats left?
There's the 4 still on Horny D.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna take my pants off and whip them with it.
Like with your pants?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
7.
Yeah, you'll get at least one of them. Roll for damage.
8.
Okay, cool. So you'll knock all 4 of them clean. You'll kill 2 of them in the process, but the other 2 are gonna like run up the pants and like get on you from the process. Do you want to describe how your pants kills 2 of them?
Really simple. I have perfected the art of the towel switch. I did the same thing with my pants. Just ripped it up real nice and just.
Yeah. So the intense crack of the whip literally like ruptures the guts of like 2 of them. But the other 2 take the moment to like literally crawl up the pants onto you in the process. And now they're like swarming around you, trying to bite at you and get you. What is Belladonna doing?
I'm gonna try to backstab one of these son of bitches.
Right.
And I do not.
Yeah. Nope. Kyle, roll Defy Danger.
What do you want it on?
Roll it on Dexterity.
Right. 10.
Yeah. Cool. Belladonna's going to stab you, and you're going to dodge and hurt her in the process. How do you do it?
Well, I just got these rats on me, and I'm still holding my pants, so I guess I'm gonna accidentally whip her with these pants.
Cool. Roll some damage on that then.
5.
Yeah. So as you're still just slinging your pants around, you manage to catch like Belladonna in the face with like the belt, like that's on the pants, and it catches you in the eye, Belladonna. doing 5 damage. You'll have a black eye for a little while.
It's a cubic zirconia bedazzled monster logo.
Yeah.
Okay. I can accept this.
Yep. So yeah, you'll
You'll
have
have a Monster energy drink like emblem, just
no,
like
like
black eyed.
yeah, like on your eye, you'll have like a bruise that is like the monster emblem. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Horny D, the rats aren't on you anymore. They're on Kyle, and he's got this weird like tussle going on with Belladonna. What are you doing?
I'm going to aggressively hump the rat to death.
All right. While it's on Kyle.
Yes.
Okay.
So
We're gonna
It's that
sandwich.
kind of party.
We're gonna sandwich that rat.
I guess roll on strength for that.
Would it be
High
strength or
five and call it
dexterity?
a
Because
nice
I think it's the
tower.
motion that kills him. Not
That's
the...
fine. Dexterity's fine. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah. So you tackle Kyle with the intent to have sex with one of the rats. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll hump a rat to death on Kyle, but you're gonna like potentially damage Kyle in the process. Kyle, roll Defy Danger. With Constitution.
Hey, that's a +2.
He's pantsless.
Yeah, so he's gonna knock you to the ground, but he won't hurt you. So, Horny D, you jump on Kyle, knock him to the ground, and literally penetrate one of the rats to death. And
Bro, same team.
yeah, but you're also on top of Kyle, and so Kyle, you got like this. What race are you? What race is Horny D? I forget. Is he human?
No, he's an elf.
Okay, so yeah, you got this elf on top of you, just like essentially raping a dire rat, and it's got you pinned to the ground. Meanwhile, the other dire rat's like in your hair right now, just like making a nest or something. I don't know. Magus, what are you doing?
I'm very stunned by what is going on right now.
Did I let him finish? I was supposed to let him finish.
I'm not sure if I want to even touch this. I'm gonna stand and just stroke my chin.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Cool.
Stroke it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I've seen some sick things in my day, but this is just getting wild.
Ted walks over and puts his arm around you, and he's like, "There's nothing more beautiful than the magic of love."
Ted, don't touch me again.
What is Wisp doing?
Horny D is kissing Kyle on the forehead right now. Just throwing that out there.
He drops his axe, stands up, it's like, I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And then he just takes his pants off.
What is this?
Rat Fuck Fiesta 06.
This is Jesus.
He takes his pants off, and folds them up, and sits them down on the floor and charges in. He's gonna try to jump on the last rat.
That's on Kyle's head.
Even better.
Roll dex.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
One of the few successful rolls.
Roll damage.
Uh-oh.
Kyle, roll Defy Danger.
9.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, wrong. That was +2. 7.
Cool.
Still fine.
So yeah, Horny's got you pinned to the ground, you know, and he's you gotta let him finish, right? Because he's doing his motions. Wisp jumps on you from the other angle with, I guess, his crotch in your hair. Also managing to penetrate a rat to death, caught up in the moment, I guess. And you don't suffer any damage, but you definitely get some like you get some male product in your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a halfling.
All right, so yeah, well, you're male though. Yeah, male product. But yeah, and meanwhile, Ted, Gray, did you make any motion to get Ted's arm off of you, or did you tell him not to?
who is this Gray you speak
Not
of?
Gray,
But
sorry, Magus.
no.
Okay,
I just-
so even though you said not to, Ted still just got his arm around you,
God.
and he's like, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, Ted, please. I push his hand away. Stop.
Come on, Max.
Oh, this is terrible.
And yeah, so all the rats are dead. Horny D and Wisp are on top of Kyle. Bella, what are you doing?
It's all that pheromone, man.
I don't even know
Can't handle
anymore. Like I'm just sad because I got whipped in the face with a belt buckle, and I'm like I couldn't really contribute to the fight because I didn't have any tearaway pants. I only had a rope.
Cool, Kyle. Do you sort of stand up and get these people off of you now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool. And do you guys just get off of him? Does Horny D and Wisp just get off of Kyle?
Yeah, man, I give him a kiss on the cheek, and I was like, that's great.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Kyle feels a little more uncomfortable than normal.
Yeah.
Kyle needs more drugs.
Because that's how I thought our
Kyle's
first
like I'm too sober for this.
Just, woo! I'm gonna need a lot of drugs to forget about this.
Yeah, I mean that's our first on-screen orgy. That's how I expected it to go down. Sure.
Hey, man,
Ooh, look at that! I have drugs.
I'm living up to the name.
So yeah, but there's like 20 rat corpses around you. Do any of you know how to harvest anal glands?
Rat tracker over there should.
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to collect a rat ass. Just cut the back end off.
Well, remember his goal was to be able to track and collect the maximum amount.
Roll on dex.
Ten.
Okay, yeah.
The fuck is up with my rolls tonight?
I don't know, but they're on point.
You successfully remove the anal glands from all 20 rats.
Yeah, we used to have to do this back when we was eating rats.
Yeah. Back when you were 14 and had your firstborn child and had to take care of him.
Yeah.
Do you try to harvest the rat pelts?
Yeah, way back when I had Brayden.
Yeah. So you want to harvest the rat pelts?
To make a cheap coat.
Yeah, I mean you can roll on dex for that.
Oh yay, Dex! This is gonna be a shitty looking coat.
You literally mangle every rat body trying to get even a scrap of fur, which you don't do.
Horny D would like to make a pair of furry pants.
Too late.
I mean,
out of the scraps.
Roll on dex to see if you can't collect with the rag she created.
Yeah.
You can make something. It won't be nice.
And just like have furry underwear on.
Yeah. I mean, it'll like look terrible, but you can do it.
Done. Furry underwear.
Cool.
Well, it's either that or I'm gonna helicopter dick the way through this tonight. So
Yeah.
you give me pants or not, Mike? It's your choice, buddy.
Yeah, that's fine. Ted's just like, he's like, guys, like, you should be proud, right? We're gonna make some money tonight. And so he's like, all right, well let's go back to town, man. Let's take this bounty in. Yeah, everyone okay with that?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Good.
I'm exhausted. I need to take a
As
nap.
long as I can get as far away from this area as possible.
Yeah, it's now you guys get back and it's been like probably a couple hours, and you walk back in the inn. It's late evening, so you walk back in the inn and the guy's there, and Ted's got the sack full of anal glands, and he just like throws it on the table and he's like, "We got 20, count them," and the guy like opens it up and he starts rifling through, and he's like, "You did good." And Ted's like, "Now you only said 5, so I think we deserve a little more on that." And the guy says, "Well, you see, I only asked for 5. But you know what? I give you an extra 100 gold.
Gold.
I mean,
Gold?
silver.
Yeah, no, we'll take the gold.
Nope, heard gold.
Silver. I give you an extra 100
Play it
silver.
To be fair, that goal would just get blown on more drugs and women.
Yep.
And Ted's like, I think you can do better. And the guy's like, all right, man, you taking my shirt. You taking my shirt. But like, all right.
Kyle's like, oh, they say that shit here too?
He's like, best I can do is $650 for the lot. And Ted's like, I bet. And so he's like, all right, cool. And so he's like, he pulls out like a coin purse, and he's like, counts out the silver, literally like one piece at a time. It takes forever. And then he's like, $649, $650, and he just slides it over. And Ted's like, score. He's like, all right, guys, we gonna divvy this up. He says, I tell you what, you guys, you all take like, I don't know, what do we got? There's 6 of us. We got $650 here. You all take 100. I'll just take 50. All right.
Well, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And he's like, cool. All right. And he's like, cool. All right. And then in the morning, we get that job for my buddy. All right. So you guys like get some drinks at the inn. And do you have any interactions you want to do while you're there at the bar inn?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sell some of my drugs.
All right, cool. Let's roll to see if anyone can even buy your drugs, right? Because they're not like. What are you selling for?
Selling for money.
All right. Yeah. So one of the in fact the one barmaid that you slept with, like she's interested, right? She's like
she is.
She's like she's like, I mean, you got any more of them White Claws?
I do have more of those White Claws, but those are special. I got a little something else that might get you going, though.
She says, what you
got? So we need to decide right now what all drugs that I currently have. I know I'm growing weed, so I always have weed.
Yeah, but... let's say you got like maybe a pound of weed on you.
All right. Got some of this right here. I feel like it lasts a lot longer than it does. You give this to your customers,
she says,
make a little more money.
She says, is that like that halfling tobacco?
The fuck's a halfling?
She's like one of the little people.
I'm a halfling.
Oh, you mean midgets? Yeah, Wisp, like you midget, right? Yeah.
She says midgets.
Nah. I'm like, nah, this is that fire, though.
She's like, it's spicy?
It can be.
She's like, I don't know, man. I eat the spicy stuff. I get an upset tummy.
Oh, I promise you, this will make your tummy happy.
So after all we're talking, she's like, well, can I try it?
Kyle's gonna take her out back.
All right, cool, yeah. She tries some. She likes it. And she's willing to buy whatever, like 10 silver will buy her.
Alright, so. Kyle still doesn't really know how prices work here, so he just gives her a dime bag. Like 10 silver is like $10, right? Yeah, sure, shit.
Yeah, all right, cool. So yeah. And then beyond that, after a while, the guy.
He also lets her know where she can go buy more.
The guy who bought the anal glands takes an interest in you're trying to sell, and he's like, hey, like what you selling?
This that good stuff. You want to try it too?
He says, I don't do any illicits, but I mean, if you selling, I could certainly set you up a little like area around here. We could do some business. I could middleman it for you.
Oh yeah, Kyle's setting up a weed shop in this town.
He's like, well, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And so, anyone else have any nightly interactions they want to engage in?
Belladonna tries to advertise for her OnlyFans.
Okay, cool.
And that works out well.
How are they going to access it?
I would imagine that someone in that town, even though they're poor, like, maybe unfortunately it's kind of gross, but like their version of a public library.
Because you're basically setting up an enchanted board. So unless you're going to set up another enchanted board here,
Maybe she just passes out flyers about her.
She's not very smart. She's just pretty much like, whatever it is, something works.
do you have like single portraits you're selling?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Go with that.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
If you want to see more, go subscribe to my board.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the innkeeper who's racist is asks. In fact, he asks Horny D. He's like, "Hey, what's she handing out?"
I don't know, man. Looks like a piece of paper or something.
He says, And so, who all have you tried to sell it to? Just everyone?
Whoever's in there, she was just like advertising. She's got a market.
So he goes over, talks to one of the girls, and she's sort of informs him as to what you're doing, and you can see him like palm something to her, and she walks over to you and she's like, "How much for one of them portraits?"
What would you say would one of the portraits go for?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
It's your only fun,
right?
I don't even.
Okay.
How
It's
much
gonna
is
sound
the-
weird explaining this, but
Don't.
OnlyFans can go anywhere
Don't.
from like $5 to $20, and then you get into the high class, which is way higher.
You would have been better off not even saying.
Okay, so let's face it, Belladonna's definitely not in the top tier because she's Belladonna.
but she thinks she is.
But she thinks she is, so she's probably around the $20 to $30 range, whatever that is.
Okay, so like I mean, I don't know. We'll say like 10 to 15 silver maybe.
Okay.
All right. So the lady goes back and talks to the bartender, and they kind of talk back and forth for a second. And you see how this go down, but he acts like he's just like having work conversation, even though he's not. And then she comes back and she says, "Here," and she like holds out some of the money.
And I give her the photo.
Yeah, she takes the photo and she walks back to the bar and just like throws it down, and he like doesn't touch it for a little while. And then when he thinks no one's looking, he just like sort of like slides it off the table and like puts it like in his pocket.
Yeah, what a creep. Anyway.
Yeah. So, yep. And then Ted's just like drinking and talking and laughing with everybody. And then he like sort of like ducks out of the inn for a little bit. Does anyone try and follow him, or does you just let him do what he does?
Of course she does.
It gets to this point, I'm sitting down talking to the dude.
Okay. All right. So Belladonna's following. Did you say Horny was following too, or no?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a hooker to sleep with me for free.
Yeah. So roll on Dex Belladonna for.
Oh yeah, all fails. Absolutely.
Yeah, you walk out the door behind Ted, and Ted sort of looks back and he says, man, I gotta go take a piss. So I'll catch you inside.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he just sort of like wanders off. And then Horny D, roll on your Dex for getting your lay on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely get like 3 of the girls to go with you.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, back to a room.
Yep.
And then Magus or Wisp, what are you guys up to? Anything?
I guess I'm gonna sit. Maybe not have a glass of dirty water.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you got like 100 silver. You can definitely afford some of that harbor mist.
Sure.
I mean, you can buy clean water, but clean water is like the most expensive thing in the tavern.
How expensive could clean? You know what? I'm not gonna ask this poor ass town.
Yeah, it's like 20 silver for like a clean glass of water.
Jesus.
So
Actually, pretty bad. That's actually pretty bad.
yeah. What's Wisp doing?
Seeing how many PBRs he can drink before he passes out.
Yeah. Sweet. Roll on Dex.
My dicks.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, you put down quite a few of them, and then you sort of just like pass out peacefully in a very like in just the way you wanted, more or less. You'll have a slight hangover in the morning, but nothing crazy. So, yeah, you sort of pass out at your table, and after a while, like what's his face? Ted does come back, and he's like, he's like holding his tummy, and he's like, "Woo, man, must have ate some funky tacos or something." You know.
Tacos are canon.
Yeah. And so yeah, but then the night goes on. You guys, either fall asleep in rooms or right there in the inn or whatever. And the next morning arises, and you're all just like sort of there in the inn. Ted's still a little like groggy, just like and the priest sort of comes in and he's like the monk, Gary the monk, and he's like, Ted, they're here, and Ted's like, oh, whoa, guys, come on, let's go, and he's trying to rally you. Are you guys like coherent enough to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Cows
Get
used
up
to
and do
rages.
this.
Yeah.
I will like to state that the furry pants or what shorts or whatever I'm wearing, the front is now hairless.
Okay. So yeah. So you guys go outside, and right out in front of that sort of large but like dilapidated looking building, there's just like two guards. They look like guards from the external guard of Macrotier, not from the inside. And in fact, one of them is Blue, who your characters would not have met, but your other characters met Blue. It was Red Shirt's friend that carried his body out. So it's Blue and then this other guy, and they're sort of like at the front of the building, and they're like, "Your taxes are due. You got to pay up." And the friar guy is like, we don't have anything right now. We're doing the best we can. Just, you know our situation. And they're like, taxes don't care. The taxes need to be paid. We got people we got to report to. And so Ted sort of like butts in. And he's like, hey man, like just back off. Like these good folks, they're doing everything they can. And you can just come back another time. They'll be good for it next time. And they're like, and what's it to you? And Ted's like, look, man, it's a personal friend of mine. Look, you can just overlook it this time, okay? And they're like, look, if you keep getting in the way, we're gonna have to remove you by force. What are the rest of you doing while this transaction's happening?
Kyle Sean. Oh fuck! Smells like 5-0.
Belladonna's gonna do what Belladonna does best and try to convince the guard,
How much do they owe you anyway?
through OnlyFans ways. And
I
it does
actually,
not work at all.
I actually asked how much they owe. How much is their taxes?
So the one guard's like, let's see, we've calculated in back taxes. Currently, the debt is 2 gold.
Oh,
Y'all fucked.
Jeez.
Y'all were fucked. Okay, well. Good enough! Magic missile! No. I don't know what they gonna do about that.
Can I seduce them to
Look, I tried, man.
not take the tax?
Yeah, Belladonna, you only angered them more. They're like after you try and seduce them, they're like, we're official guard from Ugrin. We can't be bought. Horny, you can try and seduce one of them.
I'm going to seduce, not pay off. So yeah, let's do that. Ah, of course.
Yeah. So you start like sort of trying to
Gyrating and
gyrate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the and Blue like literally punches you in the dick.
Oh.
Not cool.
Yeah, he punches you for 4 damage, 4 dick damage.
4 dick damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and they're still trying to like hassle down. What is Kyle doing?
Mocking them to their faces.
All right. Roll on charisma.
3.
Yeah.
Finally a fail.
Yeah. They're when you start mocking them, they're like, one more word out of you, boy, and we'll put you down.
You wish.
Why y'all got to start threatening people?
What is Megas?
Hey, I didn't threaten to mock.
Because this is our characters, but yeah.
And look,
Yeah, they're
you
trash.
y'all should just leave. I'm sure they'll have the money soon.
Cool. Rolling charisma.
2d6. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're not angered by your words. They're like, and you're kind of a big buff dude. They're like, look, sir, we're not looking for any trouble. All right, just you keep to yourself, and we won't have any problems. What is Wisp doing?
Everybody think I'm trying to fight them.
You're just standing there.
Okay.
I got one more shot, guys.
All right. Well, no, so Ted, this keeps going on, and the other guy, not Blue, puts his hands on the priest, and as soon as he puts his hands on the priest, Ted is not he that makes him pretty angry. So Ted
Uses
punches
Obliviate.
Yeah. Ted punches the guy so hard in the head that he dies. Ted like as soon as he touches the priest, Ted like punches him in the side of the face. It like literally dents in the side of his face, and he falls to the ground. Blue, seeing this happen, draws his sword, and he says,
Whoa, now, Blue! You saw what he did to that other one.
and Blue,
Kyle immediately sprints to tackle him.
okay, well, roll on strength.
Holy shit!
3.
Yeah. He definitely like stabs you as you like go to tackle him, and you take 4 damage as he sort of like stabs you maybe in the shoulder, and he's like, but he looks pretty panicked. He's like because he's got no reinforcements, right, not currently, and he's like, look, if you kill me, you're declaring an act of war against Ugrin, and all of Ugrin's forces will be down upon you. Look, I can walk away right now. And say this was an accident, and no one has to like, die.
Fool just said we're gonna die.
Does anyone respond to that? Ted's just looking at like the blood on his fist right now, and he's still like really angry and fuming.
Can I try to touch the guards with golden root?
Well, the one guard's dead, but you can try and touch the other one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, roll on Dex to get in close, I guess.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, so you run in to get close to him to apply the golden root, and he like sort of side dodges you and swipes at your leg, cutting your I don't know what a thigh is for like a fawn, but and you fall to the ground. You sort of like tumble and fall to the ground, and upon Ted's starting to come out of stupor, and he's seeing this, and you see Ted's eyes go red, and he just sort of like roars, and he starts charging towards the guy. As he's charging, is anyone else doing anything?
Against the Hulk?
Is his sword still in me?
No. He's
Okay.
just like,
One second.
I'm gonna try and grapple him to give Ted an advantage.
okay. Rolling strength.
9.
Yeah. So you grab him, pull his arms back, and Ted goes to uppercut him. Is anyone trying to stop Ted from doing this?
No,
Why?
not at all.
Okay, cool.
Ted is
While
already.
I'm grabbing him, I'm shouting, "Fuck the police!"
Yeah. Yeah. So Ted uppercuts him and knocks him like out of your arms into the sky. He falls back onto the ground, and his jaw's broken. He's not dead, but he can't even like really talk, and he's just like laying on the ground. Are any of the rest of you doing anything when he lands and just laying there?
I'm pointing and laughing at him.
I mean, I'm gonna stomp him.
Well, I mean, we got Wisp and Gray over here. Not Gray. Your name is killing me. Wisp and Magus.
Magus, yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys doing anything while this is all happening?
Going, well, don't piss him off. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Well, guess we just pissed a whole lot of people off.
Yeah. What is Wisp doing?
Nothing. He's just watching.
All right. Yeah. So the guy's laying on the ground and he's just like, his jaw's broken and he's just sort of like struggling. He can't even really get up. And then so Kyle, you're gonna go. What are you gonna do?
Stomp him.
No, don't stomp him.
He's from Florida. He's gonna stomp him.
Hey,
I'm gonna stomp him.
Hey, roll on. I mean,
oh no.
I really just.
Could just.
He's pretty prone. You can really just stomp him, I guess. There's nothing unless anyone's gonna stop you. Is anyone gonna stop him? From
Like,
stopping?
I don't think.
Well, none of our characters would, and you know that.
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just roll damage.
It's been a while since I stomped somebody.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you wanted to ride this train, this is where we're going.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely knock him out. When you stomp him, you knock him unconscious. He may or may not live from this point. But he's definitely like out like a light. The friar is like he's kind of freaking out a little bit. He's like oh no, oh no, oh my god, 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 oh my god. And then
Well, you ain't got to pay your taxes.
once the guy's unconscious, Ted, like the red starts fading from his eyes, and Ted's like, oh shit. He's like, and he looks over at the friar, and he's like, I'm sorry, but he put his hands on you and he started attacking my people, and I just lost it. He's like, and the friar's like, I know, Ted. No, it's okay. We'll think of something. And this is all happening, and then the guy that you guys had the dealings with, who brought the glands and stuff, he's sort of like walking up at this point, and he's like, well. Seems like you boys got a predicament on your hands right now. The friar is like, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. And he's like, well, I could probably help for a price. And
It's always a price.
the friar's like, well, we don't have any money. You know that. And he's like, but you don't. These fine people here do. He says,
I'm gonna look at the friar real quick, and I'm gonna be like, "Listen, he said if he was still alive, he'd leave it alone, right?"
He says he said if you just if you let him go, I don't know that I don't know if it
I'm
counts.
gonna lay
at this
hands
point.
on him
All right.
with a shit charisma. Let's go. Hey, 9 anyways.
Okay.
And then I can heal him for a D8. So for 8, but I also take the 8 damage.
Yeah. But that heals everything that he took. So yeah, the jaw reattaches and he kind of like comes back conscious. And I mean, do you guys take a sword away or anything before you do all that, or?
I'm gonna sit on top of him.
All right. So are you like straddling him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes back and he starts like pushing away, and he's like, oh, oh God, oh. He's like breathing really hard. And he's like, he starts feeling his chest. He's like, I'm alive. Oh God, I'm alive. Oh sweet Jesus, I'm alive. And
While I have him here in a panic state, I'm gonna be like, "You gonna tell him to give us some time?"
And he's like looking around and he's sort of considering his situation, and he's like, yeah, I'll report that we encountered some bandits and we didn't make it, and we'll have to come back later. Yeah, don't kill me, Jesus.
Cool.
Don't kill me.
I'm just gonna stand up and walk off.
He like scrambles back and he's like, where's my sword? I mean, did anyone grab it, or is it just still sitting on the ground?
Still on the ground.
Okay.
It's on the ground.
Does anybody point it out to him?
Yeah,
I
sure.
do with my crotch.
I don't help the cops.
Yeah, he's like, okay, and he slowly like approaches it, and he's like bending down to grab it, but he's like watching you guys the whole time, and he's like wraps around the sword and like kind of draws it up to his chest, and then like slowly slides it back into its sheath. Now
what have we learned?
He just
Don't fuck with Ted.
he looks over you and he's like, and then the guy that like the sort of skeevy guy that you guys sold the glance to, he walks up to him, puts his arm around him, and he says, you know, feller, I think if I were you, I'd just mosey on out of here as quick as I could. I don't see any reason for you to stay. And he's like, yeah, okay, and he's like runs. And so he runs away, and the friar's like, okay, well, thanks, I think, Ted. He says, hey, before you go, they'd like to see you. And Ted's like, yeah, no, for sure. He says, excuse me one sec, guys. And he walks towards the door of the thing, and the friar opens it up, and like literally like 25 kids like pour out of the building.
Holy shit.
And they surround Ted, and they're like, Uncle Ted, Uncle Ted, and they're like all like, you know, talking to him and stuff, and he's like rubbing their heads and talking to him and stuff. And the friar is just standing back. Does anyone talk to the friar while this is going on?
No.
What did we just do?
So I look at the friar and go, "Yo, how about that vow of celibacy?"
Jesus, always trying to get
The friar's like, he's like, oh no, I'm sorry, miss. I only have eyes for my patron saint. He says, I don't engage in any of those sort of things.
Yeah, you're
I
trying
make
to
this-
fuck
I
that.
make
Stick your picture in his
So-
pocket.
So
I do, and I make him really uncomfortable as I kind of like trace like the shoulder of his robe and go, "That's a lucky deity," and walk away.
so we do that, and he's like, and like nervously trying to make conversation. He's like, so how do you guys know Ted?
Yo, we get turned up, bro.
He says, oh, I never knew Ted had such colorful friends.
The hell you mean colorful?
Orgies all day.
He says, you know, you guys are very you seem
You can't even say it,
you
can you?
seem well traveled.
No, well traveled.
Hey man,
Oh, okay.
you want to rub it? Look, there's no hair right there. Just rub it.
So he's still having a conversation. He's like, so Ted, you know, he paid to have this orphanage built. We had a war. It killed a lot of the adults, and there were a lot of children just on the streets. And Ted showed up one day. He had 50 gold in his hand, and he said, you know, I'm going to build a place for the kids. And you know, if it weren't for him, these kids would have nowhere to live.
When the hell did Ted have 50 gold?
When he stole it.
Ted,
He used stolen gold to build an orphanage.
yeah.
I mean,
Is he Robin Hood? Is Ted Robin Hood? Are we Robin Hood's merry men?
I
We're a little
believe
too merry, but
believe
You're men in
it
tights,
is
merry men, maybe. Yeah, he's
fair
like,
enough. I know my fit's tight.
Yeah, but he's like, Ted's an angel to these kids. He says, we all know we would have done without him. And so a little time goes by, and he's like, all right, kids, let's let Uncle Ted get about his business. He's a busy man. And he sort of like ushers the kids back in. And like, bye, Uncle Ted. And Ted's like, bye, hellions. You be good, all right? Make sure you study. You gotta be smart to do the side hustles. And
Yeah, that track.
They go in, and Ted walks back to you guys. It's like, sorry you had to see that side of me. You know, I got a soft spot for kids.
I'm gonna lean over to him and be like, if this deal goes through with Mr. Shady there, I might be able to get them some work.
He says, only the older ones, okay? I don't want the little ones, they got to be innocent for a little while anyways.
All right.
So, then Ted's like, all right, guys, well, I think that's about all we can accomplish here. You guys want to head back?
Yeah, just a side note. Melody would be absolutely enamored. Belladonna's a little grossed out.
Yeah. As you guys are about to leave, he's like, oh, hold on. And he runs over to the friar, and he like palms something over to him, and then they shake hands, and then he runs back and he's like, all right, guys, let's go. And so he hops on the cart and he's like, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he hops on and he goes, yeah! And then we're going to roll to see if the cart holds up on the way back or not. That cart definitely gets like a -1. Hey, the cart makes it.
Oh.
All right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ride the cart. You get all the way back to the guild, and like you take like 2 steps off of it, and it literally just like falls to pieces like the minute you step off. Like your weight was the only thing holding it together at that point.
Shit, I didn't realize we had a disassemble feature.
Yeah. And you'll walk into the inn, of course, because that's where you would go, the bar. And you sit down at the table, and I click the right music for where we're at. So Fluffy walks up, and I assume everyone orders the things they would normally order.
Yeah.
And she looks at Ted and she's like, you got my money? And Ted's like, not today, Fluffy, not today, but soon. And she's like, you ain't drinking again. And so she says, I want my money, and she just walks away. She brings you your drinks.
I'm gonna take out a White Claw, slide it over to him.
Ted's like, for real, bruh?
Just give him a wink and a nudge.
He's like, you my boy. And he like pounds his chest, and pops it, and he's like, holds up and says, "The no laws without White Claw," or with White Claw. And he like downs it, and we sort of fade out on you guys like drinking there with Ted.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, so now me and you have to get together and decide how we're gonna set this business up.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have older kids selling drugs in a different town for me.
Yeah. Well, I think as a solo person with no workers in this area, anyways, I would say you could grow maybe like a pound of weed a month. We'll say on your own.
That's a low number, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have other stuff you're doing too. That's not your only priority. Because you figure like, by the time you grow it and then you've got to like dry it.
We're not talking about real world things, Daniel.
Well, I said dried leaves don't weigh a lot, right? So
Nope.
to have a pound of it is still a good.
It's a
bit.
lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
You got to remember, Kyle's probably going to be very unmotivated to do shit.
yeah.
And he's using part of his product, so you're getting.
No, Kyle's all about making that money. Come on.
So,
he's got to get this drug empire started somehow.
Yeah,
He's eventually going to try to hire those kids to work the farm for him, and eventually expand this business across the continent.
I'm sure you work out some sort of graduation program, like once they're too old to stay in the orphanage, you'll like take them in or something.
Yeah.
Come live with me and your Uncle Ted. But you still got a while before any of them reach that age, But anyways, so yeah, and then next week we'll pick up with the other characters on the road with what they're doing there with Darren.
I wonder how many points until you level, because
7 plus whatever your level is.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so like,
dude, I was wishing I failed more than just like a couple of times. Yeah. I wanted another level for Kyle.
She's gonna be like level 3. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah. But we'll conclude the stream there. Thanks to all our viewers. We appreciate you.
I'm really afraid that you're gonna name this episode Rat Orgy.
No, I will never use the words orgy to describe an episode. Bye, Internet.